Good afternoon, everyone, or good morning or good evening, depending on where you're dialing in from. It's just 1 minute past our planned starting time. So we're just letting a few more people into the participants. We're going to wait just another minute or so, then we'll get started. But we want to let you know we are here. We'll be looking forward to doing our presentation today on this fantastic opportunity. I'm going to just hold for a minute as we let more people in. We see quite a few participants joining or coming in as we speak. And again, just so everyone knows, this is recorded. And we use that way, if there's any reason you have to step out early or if you have to miss part of the conversation, that you'll have lots of opportunities to come back and listen to it again, and to follow up with our colleagues for the opportunities that we have presented today. So I'm just going to stay quiet for about a minute, and then we will get started.
Yeah, perfect, Jeffrey. Thank you. Just like a side note for attendees, guys, can you send any message to the chat, like any number or letter, whatever, if you can hear us well, so we know that everything works fine, please. Perfect. Thank you.
Excellent. Right. Well, I guess let's get started. Thank you for that, Artem. Again, I'll introduce myself. My name is Jeffrey Asselstein. I'm the co-founder, along with Alexander Hartman, of Society International Real Estate. And we have a lot of exciting things happening this year as we grow our network and grow our opportunities that we have available to clients globally. But today we're going to focus on Phuket, a place that I've had the great pleasure of visiting a number of times, along with myself, my family, and friends, and a place that I've always actually been interested in investing in myself. So beyond being the lucky guy who gets to be the panelist today, I've got a literal front row seat to the information being shared today. I'm really looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. To do a better job of introducing my co-panelists, I'll allow each of them to introduce themselves as they come up. So it gives me great pleasure, first of all, to introduce Artem to the panel. And Artem, I'll let you take things away. Talk about who you are, where you come from, all the details, and let's move forward.
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Jeffrey. I hope that I don't need to disclose all the details about myself, but I'm Artem, born in Moscow, been around the globe for quite a while, for the last like four something years, been in Thailand, living in Phuket. I have my own brokerage in Phuket, so we sell real estate across Thailand. And yeah, pleasure to be here. And probably in a minute or so, I will show a few slides about this beautiful country and island. Oleg, maybe you introduce yourself, and then we go to the...
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Artem. Thank you, our dear attendees. Today, my name is Oleg Golubev. I am originally from Belarus. I was born in Belarus. And I'm living in Thailand already for more than 14 years. And I'm one of the co-founders of a group of the companies called SID Thailand. So we are an ecosystem where we have different type of companies, but our main business is real estate development and hospitality. That's why we develop our own projects and manage them by ourselves. And then we work with investors worldwide. And yeah, I'm happy to be here today.
Thanks, Oleg. Artem, back to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So I will share my slides. I hope it's not going to be that dull. Try to do it fast. So guys, I think you can see by now, Jeffrey, Oleg, you see the slide?
We got you.
All right.
Yep, perfect.
Yes. Okay. So investing in Phuket, and just few notes to probably answer the most common questions that me or Oleg get when we talk to a foreign investor in Phuket or in Thailand. So, let's start from the main question, or the main investment question. Why do foreign investors actually choose Thailand? There are a bunch of reasons, of course, but I would think about 4 as the main ones. So number 1, Thai baht is exceptionally stable currency. So if we look on the average exchange rate between Thai baht and the US dollars throughout last 3, 4, 5 years, our annual average deviates only 3%. And this is something more or less unique for Southeast Asia if we disregard really very expensive markets like Hong Kong or Singapore, and we compare it to Vietnam, we compare it to Indonesia and Bali, we compare it to Malaysia. Thai baht is rock solid comparing to other currencies across Southeast Asia, right? So Thai baht is the reason number 1. Next is, in general, Thai economy is very strong. And what we see is, we don't see a double-digit growth numbers year on year. But what we see for decades is 2, 3, 4% year-on-year growth for GDP. And what really amazes me is the level of inflation. Last year, 2025, we got officially less than 1% inflation rate. And if you live anywhere on the globe, Europe, UAE, the US, and et cetera, I think you feel that your inflation is much higher than that. Just to give you a picture, when I was in Thailand first time, more than 10 years ago, the prices, consumer prices for food or for water in 7-Eleven or something basic stuff, was absolutely same as it is right now. More than 10 years has passed, but the inflation is something that we don't hear a lot in Thailand. Next up is, especially for Phuket, this market is no longer a market with high seasonality. We don't have a low season anymore. Of course, during December or January, we have the peak season. But during summertime or right now, it doesn't feel like we're in low season. There are a lot of tourists, there are a lot of long-term residents, and it doesn't feel like a seasonality market. Last year, more than 14 million people visited Phuket. And I think this year we will beat this number. I expect it to be 15 or 16 million this year. So Phuket is a hot spot, not only in the tourist market, but also on the lifestyle market, right? Because the number of long-term residents or people who come for few months or 6 months is growing every year. And the probably last but not least is that the real estate market or the real estate transactions are pretty transparent and straightforward in Thailand. We can do a transaction entirely online. We can do a transaction using different means of payments. We can do the transaction with a lot of financing options, mainly from developers, not from banks. But again, this is all manageable. And the transaction itself is really a really easy process. So going forward, and probably this is the biggest or the most common question I get from investors is, can I buy as a foreigner? Well, the short answer is absolutely yes. It's allowed and it's 100% possible. But I have a longer answer than that, actually. So we, as foreigners, we can buy in Thailand freehold, so 100% ownership under investor's name, and the name is on the title deed. This is a full unrestricted ownership of the property, and you can sell it, you can gift it, you can lease it, you can pass it on to the next generation, and etc. etc. So this is most how shall I put it? This is the most the highest level of legal protection for the investor rights. As a freehold, the investor can own a unit in a condominium, like an apartment can be owned 100% freehold, and also investor can own a building. So for example, a villa can also be owned as a freehold. The only, I would say, thing that a foreigner cannot own freehold is land, right? So if we're speaking about a villa, we can own the villa itself freehold, but it will be on a leased land. So some investors think about the leasehold as a red flag, but again, this is a standard practice in the Southeast Asia, and it's been around in Thailand already for decades. And it's also a common practice, for example, in Singapore or Hong Kong or Malaysia. So there is nothing to be worried or to fear that lease element. But there are some specifics that you will need to be aware of. So leasehold is right now initially is a maximum of 30 years, and you can extend it for another 30 years twice. So it gives you up to 90 years in total. But again, as said, there are certain opportunities that you can own freehold without any restrictions. So if a leasehold is something of a no-go for you, then there is a perfect option as freehold with ownership rights, same as you have in any other country in the world. And probably the last, if it switches, the last point I wanted to cover is the financial plans. So as a rule of thumb, because of course projects come in different shapes and sizes, but as a rule of thumb, you as an investor can get usually an interest-free installment plan from the developer. Usually this installment plan is until the handover date. So you don't need the full amount to be paid in one go in cash on day one. You can pay the down payment. Again, different numbers we can see here, but it's somewhere between 25 and 35% of the total value of the apartment or the villa. So you pay this down payment, and then you have the opportunity to pay in installments until developer hands over the property to you. Usually this is interest-free. The other option, which is not that often, right? So it's in certain developments only, but some developers provide long-term installment plans, usually available for 2, 3, or 5 years, usually not more than 5. Here, you need to cover usually around 50 or 60% of the property until handover, and the balance you can pay in installments for like 3, 5, sometimes, but very rare, more years. So as a summary, for my part, Thailand has good fundamentals to be interesting for investors. This is the GDP growth, this is the stable currency, and this is, I would say, transparent real estate transaction policy or framework. As a foreigner, you can own your property freehold except for the land. But when land is part of the deal, again, you can have a safe and sound framework to deal with that. And as a foreign investor, especially for off-plan properties, you can get an interest-free installment plan from developer. So this means you don't need to pay everything in one go. You can pay a down payment and then pay in installments. So I will pause here. Jeffrey, Oleg, up to you. If any questions, just shoot.
Thank you. That was Artem. That was excellent, and yeah, you absolutely read not only my mind, but I think a lot of people's minds. Because I know I had heard something in the past years ago that well, you can't, as a foreigner, you can't really buy. You need a partner. So thank you for clearing that up. I think it was excellent. So a question I had, again, I've been to the area a few times, and I totally agree with you. It's a full year round place to visit, not just a seasonal opportunity. So for someone like myself, I would want to go, if I bought a property, I might want to use it maybe a couple of months a year, maybe 1 month a year. And if I wanted to rent it out, is that a reasonable thing to do, where I would live in it myself for a month or so and then maybe rent it out? Or if it's a foreigner looking to buy, what options are available to them for occupation?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a really very relevant and valid question. And I would say that majority of buyers buy for mixed use, right? So some people, of course, live permanently, but majority come for 1 or 2 months or 2 weeks a year. And the balance of the year, they try to rent it out. And this is the sound strategy. So again, Phuket is a very interesting market in that sense, because despite the fact that we have the growing number of permanent residents, we still are very much dependent on tourists, right? Because this is still a tourist destination. But what that means for you as an investor is that a lot of projects that are being developed and built, they are being developed and built as hotel, in quotes, right? Even if it's an apartment building, right? So it's mainly focused on those who will come for a week or 2 weeks or maximum 4 weeks, right, for vacation. And the hotel operator or the management company will take care of everything end to end. So you as an investor, you just need to inform your management company you are coming from February 1st for 2 weeks. So they will book your unit for this time. And other 50 weeks, they will rent it out. They will work with Booking or Airbnb, Booking.com. I mean. They will work with tourist operators. They will work with some of the B2B customers who want to throw a conference or something. So they will take care of all demand side. Then they will take care of the operational part. So they will meet at the airport, organize a transfer, check in, check out, food and beverages, excursions, whatever, right? So they will take care of the client. Then they will take the money. Then they will transfer your part to you. They will take, of course, some management fee. But in general, in Phuket, it's very easy to manage your property. You don't need to be a part-time Airbnb host. So everything comes tailored to you, end-to-end, managed, hands-off, passive income experience.
Excellent. Thank you. Oleg, I'm going to come over to you. Artem, be ready at the end because I might have to ask you about the food as well. Because whenever I've gone, the food has been fantastic. So be ready.
I agree. Absolutely. Sure.
So Oleg, tell us about the project you have. I'm very excited to hear more details about it. I've seen a little bit of information, but I'm looking forward to hearing more. So Oleg, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Artem. I believe we speak a lot today, not only about the projects and developments, and in general about different services. All of the questions that Jeffrey asked, and most of the investors will ask, it's about how to match everything, investment and holiday, how to make it all in one box. So that's why our company's idea is we call ourselves ecosystem, and our main project right now that we develop is called the Momentum, and it's not a project, it's a district, because there is 5 different products inside. And we call it our business like we are building future of Phuket, because international standards and the Thai standards sometimes not match. And in this case, most of the people, especially Western people, when they came from abroad, they want to see all of their standards, like walkways, how the mommy will go with trolleys, how well all of the infrastructure works inside. But in Thailand, it's all depends of the area. Like in Phuket, we have different areas where is no real master plan, let's call it like this, and it's developed spontaneously, right? That's why our goal is to make sure that we be a master developer for different projects. So our story started in 2016. And our first project is Diamond Resort Phuket. Is project been developed in 2019 and operating until today. You can see that on Booking.com at 8.7 score at this stage. Next project was Serene Condo Serene that we're on the final stage of construction right now. Project is sold out, and we will open doors for our guests end of this year. And of course, most hot pie it's today it's the Momentum District, because it's on the first phase of construction and first phase of sales, and of course most of the people who do investment always want to get the best very first offers, right? And when we speak about different areas in Phuket, for us, in our opinion, one of the most attractive area today is Layan Beach. Because here we have, I'm not sure, is it, you can see my cursor, right?
Yes, we can.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so here we have one of the pioneer of real estate development of Phuket. It's called Laguna Phuket. And back then, more than 40 years ago, they built a lot of golf courses and premium real estate. And all of this beach, Bangtao and Lion, become to be a key area for premium tourists, and for premium residents who really care about services, who really care about quality of the infrastructure and so on. So our project located just 1 kilometer from Lion Beach, you can see it here, but on the other side, we surrounded by beautiful nature. Because around us is beautiful mountain, right? And if you look at the master plan of the project, it's pretty massive for Phuket. It's about 40,000 square meters to build, and it's about 4 hectares of the land. And here we have different projects inside. First of all, I will start from the Momentum Hotel, because in Thailand, like Arthur mentioned, like residential, even if we build a residential property, most of the time people don't stay here and they want to hand it over their units to the management companies. That's why we have our own hotel that we apply for hotel license. And there will be the management company who can take care for all of our estates inside of the whole district. Yeah. So that's how hotel will looks during the nighttime. Yeah, it will be a beautiful premium first impression reception, and most of the guests will come to this. Next area, we have a business hub. Like in total, we have 4 different hubs. This is a commercial real estate, which is still in Phuket, not that popular, because there was not much expertise around. Most of the people buying mainly villas or condos, which is a pretty classical products, same as Arthur mentioned before, that many people want to have a freehold unit, very understandable, same as in UK or in any another country, right? But what we see for the past years, especially after COVID, more and more investment coming in Thailand, and people interested in different kind of investment like commercial property. So that's why we have a business hub where will be the like conference room, where will be a lot of co-workings, meeting rooms, and people who stay in our district, they can use it as well. And why it's also important, because each of the product inside of our ecosystem support another product. For example, if some business conference happen and many people come in, they need to stay somewhere. And usually it will take time them to drive from one hotel to the special hotel where is a big conference and stuff like this. In this case, business hubs support all of the hospitality group because they have occupancy of their units, and it works vice versa. It's like a really good marketing point for people why they need to rent and stay with us, right? Next hub is a gastronomic hub. So we have about 1,000 square meters of different commercial areas where investors can buy a whole floor of restaurants and rent it out to retail group, for example, for any brand of the gastronomy, like Starbucks or some other brand, because for them it's a more stable income. They not depends of the tourism, because usually for those kind of brands you have a 1 or 2 or 3 years contract upfront. So you have really, really stable income, and you understand how much you will earn because they will do finishing by themselves. So it's pretty easy and simple for you as an investor to buy this commercial instead of looking for the occupancy season by season or for long-term stayers in the condos, for example, right? Also, we have entertainment hub. This is everything around entertainment. It's a kids zones. It's some pool bars, and all of the community spaces. And we have wellness hub, where we have one floor of everything. One floor, it will be only everything about the wellness. It's a spa, sauna, relax rooms. And another floor will be the really big gym of 200 square meters. Because today wellness and sport activities is super important for people when they choose a place to stay for resident and for holidays as well. It's part of the life, right? And of course, when we develop the project, one of our main important key factor is who is our buyer. And according to our previous experience for our previous projects, we see that 80% of our buyers is people who wanna buy the property in Thailand, came here once or twice a year, and the rest of the time they want the management company maintain their property and rent it out. Because in Thailand it's quite high humidity and it's still tropical country, right? And in this case it's very important how you maintain your property, and that's why most of the people prefer that we took over their property and rent it out and pay them return. If you look at the design of our project Swing Conda Lion, it's very, very integrated to the nature. A lot of greens around, beautiful pools, and really important that is there's each of the buildings have different zoning. It's never feel crowded, And if you look inside, all of the design is made for efficient rentals. Like we have studios 27 square meters, we have studio 36 square meters. And for example, one of our, I will not say innovation, but unique thing, in some of our units, we use foldable beds. And for example, how to optimize the space. This is one of the biggest important thing as well, because worldwide right now, all of the units getting smaller because land getting increased in the price, and people looking for, and of course, square meter price worldwide is growing up. That's why we're trying to optimize the space, as you can see on this slide. the living room transformed to bedroom. Actually, we call it, you use 36 square meter, you have 36 square meter, but you actually use 50. Because inside of your bedroom, you only sleep, right? And most of the time of the day, this area is just waste square meters, right? We use this concept in our previous project, Srinkonda Surin, and this concept worked really well for investors because they look that why would we need to invest on 50 or 60 square meters when we can buy 36, for example, right? And of course, our interior designers work with really modern design, what attract young generation, because today is era of Instagram, all of the beautiful pictures, people want to make it and post, and it's free marketing. And for these buildings, for Srinkonda Lion, we have rental program that we call unlimited guaranteed income. What does it mean? Of course, each of the buyer can buy the unit. They can take care for it by themselves, rent it out, but it's a lot of headache, and especially if they don't stay here. It's and so many similar units inside of the project, and you can have competition. That's why what we're doing, we create a pool with all of the units, all size, and our management company rent all of those units under our hotel management system. After it, end of each year, we make a balance, and we pay each of the buyer 5% from their invested amount for their unit, guaranteed. Everything what we have over 5%, we share 70-30. So it's this system was created during the COVID times. Many people don't remember that it was pandemic and tourism market was struggling back then, right? And in this case, it's super easy to transform the system from hotel stay to the long-term stayers. But 5%, it's unlimited amount. It's minimum amount that we can earn in regardless. Either we rent it out for buyers for the long-term, or if we rent it out on short-term, but we will get more return. And in this case, everything that we have over 5%, we can split 70-30. So in this case, even the first year when project just start, of course, our investors can expect minimum 5%. But of course, after 2-3 years operation, let's say in Diamond Resort, after 3 years operation, the highest income was close to 10% per year. And this is for the property worldwide right now. Rental return, it's a pretty great number comparing to that in Thailand we have only 0.2% property tax, which is last year I paid for one of my apartment only $200 property tax, which is comparing to many, Western countries today. This is one of the biggest question. And second point is sinking fund and maintenance fee. Most of the people ask how it will be managed. Each of the developer, including us, set up the sinking fund when project being complete and collect 800 baht from each of the owner per square meter. It's about roughly about $17 per square meter, and create a fund to make sure that we can repair all of the buildings afterwards, when the warranty will expire. And we have maintenance fee, which is 80 baht per square meter. It's roughly about $2.50, per square meter, which is, if you compare it to all of the Western countries, it's pretty low cost of maintenance. And that's why for many people, this is one of the main important questions. Whenever money we can earn with the rentals, what is our cost, of maintaining the property? That's why our guaranteed system allowed people to make guaranteed income, to have possibility to make over. It depends if we make more, our investors get more profit as well. Plus, each of the investor can stay up to 29 days in their own property when they come to holiday, right? So next project, it's more residential project. It's called Terra Grove. It's a one building with apartments with large units. Units start. The smallest unit is the 54 square meters. The biggest one 376. It's like a villa on the roof. Right. So this is, you see, more Scandinavian minimalism design, and it's you see here that we have big garderobes, like to make sure that people can stay there. Each of the units have, of course, washing machines and everything, make it for long-term stayers, right? And you see big kitchens where the family can stay together. And this one, of course, you have possibilities to buy 100% freehold, as Artyom mentioned before, right? So this is Project TerraGrowth, right? And of course, we use a lot of optimization, space optimization as well there. Yeah, and in this product, for people who use it for residential reasons, they also can give it to us for rental management. We will share 70-30 profit, but here's no guarantees because the units are quite large, and occupancy, of course, will be much lower than if you speak about studios 27 square meters, right? And next, our project called Urbanscape Lion. This is modern villas. It's only 18 villas with a modern design, with a smart home systems inside, and with a private garage, and with a beautiful view to the mountains. And we have two phases of the villas. This is phase number 2, but all of the villas is already sold. So we have a couple of villas for resale from our owners. But if someone interested, they can send message to Artyom, and he will consult our buyers for this, interested people. And next product is Synchro Lion. It's townhouses, 29 townhouses with one common pool and access to all shared common area of the district. As you can see, the idea here is to create internal park where people can walk inside. And here's the units from 120 square meters, 2-bedroom internal area, and 30 square meters of different terraces. Very modern design, very popular for Zoomer generation. Most of our buyers is for this is Zoomers. They like this optimization, and this is how it looks inside. This is design inside. So to summarize, why we do in a district not only one project, right? The main point is that each of the product boost another product. So we have, in terms of investment, we welcome different investors. People who want to have a good premium holidays, they can invest in their premium residence or villa, for example, and they will come for holidays. And during the time when they're not there, we will rent that property and give them return. People who want to have investment in the classical condominiums with the highest return, it's building 1, 2, and 3. And they fully welcome, and they will get guaranteed return. People who likes to have something in the middle between villa and house can use townhouses. And more innovative and more, let's say, advanced investors welcome to join us for our commercial property and build it together with us and be part of the project in this way as well. So I'm happy to answer to your questions.
Oh, that was excellent. A lot of fantastic options. And I've already got my eyes looking at the studio personally. I appreciate a lot of different options. Just give us a range of price that an investor will be looking at for, for maybe one or two of the different units.
Yeah, if you speak today, by the moment today, start price today in our studio 27 square meter in building C right now is approximately $110,000. This depends of the rate, but like Artyom said, rate is quite quite stable here. So at this stage, we still have units for 110,000. For all of the people who join this webinar, I can commit right now with a discount of 10% straight away. And that's why if you are watching this webinar and you want to buy any studio in the project, so you can mention it, and our team will give you the discount of 10% right away. This one will be perks for me. Yeah, and if we speak about premium residences, it will be 54 square meter unit. One bedroom will start approximately from $230,000 at this stage. Villas, we have one villa for resale for 25 million, but it's approximately $800,000. And for townhouses, the prices right now are about $400,000 available. If you speak about commercial real estate, the square meter price at this stage is $3,000, something a little bit more than $3,000 per square meter, where they can buy the commercial property in special hub. Depends on the hub. Yeah.
Very good. Thank you for that.
Alec, can you stop sharing your screen and let's share just mine with
Sure.
With the QR code. If someone wants to get into details, they can drop a note here, and we can continue with the questions. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah.
No
problem. No problem.
Well, actually, as it happens, Artem, I was going to come to you. Obviously, people want to get in touch with you. Your details are on the screen now. Your email's there, QR code, mobile number. I like when people ask this on a podcast. I'm going to ask you this question. What haven't I asked you that I should have asked you? What do you want to say that I haven't asked you already?
Artem, your turn first.
All right. So maybe it's not about like your questions, but rather, so I would just want to add one thing to what Oleg was presenting. So the Momentum District is one of the very few options of complex development with like different types of properties. And what we really need to understand, for example, when it comes to townhouses or villas, is that if you buy a villa in Phuket in just like a generic project, you get a house, you get a fence, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
Here you have the infrastructure. You can reach like 2 minutes by foot, which is also like not a very common thing here, right? So I just wanted to draw attention to this particular thing. What haven't you asked? Sorry, it's a very long answer to a short question. What haven't you asked?
I can say too. Yeah.
But I think I think I know the answer. So the question is Phuket only about spending time on the beach or not? And the answer is I think definitely not, because we have not only tourists coming to lay on the beach on the sunbed for like $3 a day, but also we have like best-in-class international schools, and a lot of people come here with kids and spend here 10 years from first class up to graduation. We have a very upscale healthcare system, right? So the hospitals here are just amazing. Some people come here to give birth to their like kids, because the medical part is so good. We have 4 marinas. We have, I think, 8 or 9 golf courses. So everyone can find something for themselves. And also, most importantly, and it's more about your earlier question about the food, I think right now we have more than 60 joints in the Michelin Guide in Phuket. So
Outstanding.
of a very different level, of course. And I think the cheapest starts with 6 baht, 6 Thai baht, which is 20 cents. So
Exactly.
with 20 cents bill, you can go to a Michelin Guide restaurant, which is also amazing. So this is a place where everyone can find something for themselves: the beach, the yachts, the golf, tennis courts, schools, hospitals, you name it. So that would be my answer.
My Qatari partner is in Thailand with his wife right now. They go every year for they basically do a full medical scan and get treatment. And we live in Qatar, where we actually have world-class facilities. And a Qatari gentleman and his wife go to Thailand every year because of the quality of the service. Oleg, you had an answer to my useless question of what did I ask you?
Yeah, I'm a more business person, like I always like to speak about business perspective, and over past 14 years living here, I saw so many different foreigners, like who is, like they're not sure, invest in Thailand or don't invest in Thailand, right? And according to DBD, it's Thai Business Development Department, right? Like in reality, in Thailand right now, 46% of the shareholders of the business are foreigners, because when it's you can go, the statistics is completely open. It's 46% is real number. We have 12 trillion baht registered capital by Thai national, and 10 trillion is foreigners. So, and in this case, like it's a different nationality. Of course, there are some. Back then, it was very popular to build manufacturers with Japanese cars and so on. Japan was number one of holder of investment. Mainland China before was really strong. America and also Singapore and Hong Kong, of course, because it's two places in the region. But what we see right now is that capital is migrating around, the numbers is completely changed, so more and more people from the growth countries right now invest in Asia, because it's one of the most growing region, if you speak about whole Asia. But Phuket become to be a really good hub, because many people, if you want to go to live, Bangkok is amazing city for business, but not always good for personal stay, right? That's why many entrepreneurs prefer that their family stay in Phuket, and they stay in Phuket and they travel to Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur, for example, Singapore, everything very simple with 2 hours flights. Hong Kong is 3 hours flight. Shanghai is about 5 hour flight. And most of the, economy traveling right now through Southeast Asia, according to international, situations, right? And that's why Phuket beneficiary for this, because this is a really good place to stay. And as Arthur mentioned before, it's really comfy with all of the infrastructure that foreigners need. That's why, of course, everything growing. We're in a growing market, and when you stay in this market, any investment is you're doing it at the right time, because as soon as it's settled, so then it's like plateau, where is all of the prices already settled. Even with the current situation with gasoline and so on, all over the world, prices will grow again. We want it or not. We will not every time when the oil and gasoline price grow. In this case, all of the concrete, all of the deliveries, everything around is growing, and many people think, why I didn't bought last year? And square meter price in Phuket today, comparing to other similar destinations, it's roughly about $3,000 per square meter, till unlimited amount of you can buy a premium villas, And like the most expensive villa that I heard in Phuket is $56 million per one villa. Like, so in this case, we have different vary, but from the business perspective, we see really huge entrepreneurs impact in Phuket because since all of this real estate came, so many different entrepreneurs all over the world bring here technologies, like, and good expertise that never been here, because before many people believe that it's just a tourist destination. That's why I would say if we go in deep, foreigners don't need to stress. Of course, need to always check, make proper due diligence, and so on. But here is no any national principle, like there is only, let's say, French or British or let's say Chinese investing here. We completely international. We don't really mind what nationality will buy with us, and in this case, everyone welcome, and we're happy to share our expertise.
Thank you so much, Oleg. Thank you, Artem. Thank you so much, gentlemen, both of you. Yana, I know you've done a huge amount in the background to put everything together. Thank you so much, everyone. Artem's details are right there again, mobile number, QR code, and email address. Please reach out, and thank you again for joining us. Take care, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.